Hi guys, welcome to my next Leetcode vlog today. And without wasting much time, let's directly jump into the coding session today. Hi guys, I'm back from my coding session today, and it was quite good. Today's question was hard, and today it was related to the DFS logic, recursive logic, and as well as related to the DP. I tried to solve it, and I guess I was able to solve it as well. But what I'm trying to say is that I showed the recursion way first, and I showed that if you submit a recursive question, you will get a TLE, and that also, if you are getting a TLE after your test cases have ran in a question where you can see that you have to apply DFS depth first search kind of thing, then you are half done actually if your DFS code is working and you are getting TLE, because once you have written the DFS, the recursive code for it, you only need to memorize it. So you need to know how to memorize your code, and once you do it, your question will run fine. So that's what happened with me, and yeah, we will go through the coding walkthrough, and there I will discuss about it more in brief. What about today's question? Today's question was called cherry pickup 2, I guess. Yeah, cherry pickup 2. And what does that question say? That you have a matrix and there are two robots placed at the top of the row at each end of the columns, like basically at the start of the at the starting column on the top row, and at the left so whatever rightmost column, I guess, on the at the end, the end column, you have another robot placed. So every cell in the matrix has some value, and you have every robot will pick it the certain value, and they have to reach the end of the matrix, and you have to maximize it, the total summation of both the items picked by these matrix. So basically it means that those values which you are picking are the number of cherries on the matrix, and both the summation of total cherries picked by both the robots should be maximum. So that is the question, I guess. Pretty straightforward. We will look into the straight coding walkthrough. Yeah. Hi guys, so welcome back. Today's question is cherry pickup 2. It is a hard tag question, and the question basically says that we have given a matrix which where every cell represents number of cherries being kept inside it, and there are two robots at the top of the row placed at each end of the column, and you have to move the robots downwards, and you have to reach the end of the row, and you have to maximize the total number of cherries picked by these robots combined together. So we understand that this is a problem of DFS, because we will have to pick every cell. Basically, we will try to consider every cell. We will try to pick all the cherries which are present in the cell by the robots, and we will try to maximize the result. And so I will first try to do the DFS. I will try to generate a recursive code for it. So that's what I'm trying to generate as of now. And as you can see that we can move in the three directions. And the basic idea is that every time in every level you are going to move down. You are going to move the robot to a next cell. And because there can be n number of three directions are there in the robot can move. So either if you think carefully, there will be both the robots will actually move into 9 possibilities. We will have 9 possibilities of combination to check. So we will iterate over them, and we have to check whether we have to make sure that our robots are not going out of bound. So that for that we will have is valid logic. And since we have written DFS, this is the basic boilerplate DFS. But now let's understand what we need to do. We have to pick the value of every cherry, correct? We have to consider every cherry. So I will pass a parameter called val, and inside the val, I will pass the current cherry's value which can be picked. One thing to notice is that if they both combine at one particular cell, then it doesn't matter. We can return any of one of them. Otherwise, we have to do the summation of both the summation of the cherries picked by both the robots, because that makes sense. That is the possible, because we have to maximize the result of that. And what we will do, we need to consider as soon as you hit the last row, you have to pick the maximum answer out of it. So here we will look into that actually. Yeah, little bit of mistake. Yeah, okay. So I have to move this logic inside this, because then only it makes sense. and we are n minus 1, and if you see, this becomes accepted. Let's test for the sample test cases. This is also running fine. So I guess then we can try to convert it into DP. And yeah, so what my understanding is, if you see the constraint, the number of rows and columns are limited to 70. So I can create an array of 71, 3D array of 71. Oh, and there are 3 parameters which are changing. So the answer depends on the direction of coordinates of the robot. So that is row, because row will be fixed for both the robots, and the Y will be different. Basically, the column where the robots are staying. So I will try to code the DP logic over it. I'm trying to memorize it over here. So here we have to now remove the parameter of val, which we were removing, and our DFS will return into int type. So yeah, and here I'm running into some problems actually, because I was not sure how to code it out DP. Yeah, one thing is, if that state already has certain answer, we will remove we can return the answer that in the same way, because that is the concept of DP, correct? So if you see this, and yeah, we have to pick the maximum value. So that's what I did, and we will be returning this everything. Yeah. Okay, so we had some issues. There was still some issue. Yeah, because it was out of scope. So okay, now there was some unsigned off. So here I had certain doubt that is my answer is not working. Then I realized that, okay, one thing, I coded the DFS, but I didn't check whether my recursive logic is fine or not. So what I did is I quickly did Control Z to everything. I copied the code and Control Z everything, so that I can know whether my recursion is working or not. I submitted it. I knew the question will hit time limit exceeded, but that also means that my test case is running fine. My recursion was fine. So I again went back to DP, and now I will add debug statement that why my DP was not working fine. Then I tried to increase this metric size. However, this won't help. I realized later on. Then I added some debug statements to see that what is really going on, to understand. And as soon as I printed, I realized, oh, okay, that my y, one of the direction, because I am calling it, because it was becoming -1, and DP of, and in array I was going to address check for index -1, which doesn't make sense. So I have to move it inside the logic of is valid. Then this will be return 0. Once you do that, the question, you can see it is getting accepted. So I submitted it and it is accepted. So yeah, pretty much straightforward solution. What here basically we had to do, first develop a recursive logic, and then you have to memorize it on the basis of the directions of the row. So that's pretty much for this whole question actually. Yeah.
Hi guys, I hope you like the coding vlog session which I attached for today, and in the moving forward in the coming videos I will go more detailed about how I am thinking about my thinking process while I am solving the problem. Before ending this video, because this is the only session which I was going to attach for today, I wanted to talk about one segment, that is how you can be a better software engineer, or what are the principles which I feel that makes you a better software engineer. Number 1, being consistent. Be consistent with your learning. Whatever you are learning, do a thorough analysis on it and go through them on the regular basis. Second, be disciplined. See, if you have taken a challenge with yourself that you are going to read 1 page of certain book on daily basis, do that. If you have taken a challenge of doing 1 question every day, do that. Don't make excuses that you can't do it, or don't make excuses by solving easy questions on the daily basis, because you are fooling yourself. Number 3, talking to your friends and developers who work in the same industry, so that you can take the input from them, that what they have the viewpoint on solving that problem or algorithm. Also share your knowledge with them, so that they can correct it, or they can also learn something. Number 4, reading the blogs. You should definitely read the blogs on the daily basis, because then you can be keeping up the track with the other developers whom you don't know. You can also keep and track with the industry, that what is going on and what not. And I guess these are the 4 steps which I wanted to talk about for today. In the coming videos, I will make a detailed session on it, and I guess that's it for today. I hope you like the video. Do like and subscribe. I will see you tomorrow. Yeah.